What's going on, guys? It's Lewis here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another video in my top 5 Grounded series. Today I'm going to be bringing you the top 5 most annoying insects in Grounded. Now keep in mind, guys, I'm only going to be including one of each insect on this list, as I feel like multiple of the same insect would have made an appearance if I didn't introduce this rule, as some insects really bother me. With that being said though, guys, some choices weren't made on the list, I apologize. However, I will be including one honorable mention, as that honorable mention really is what most people would consider the most annoying. However, they didn't bother me that much personally. With that being said though, guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. That'd be great. Now let's get into the video. Coming in at the number 5 spot, guys, we have the good old Orb Weaver Spider, and by extension the Orb Weaver Spider Jr., as in the grand scheme of things there are very minimal differences between the two. They are very similar, they share a wide moveset with only small differences between them. However, they're very similar enough that I decided to include them. So why are they on the list? Well, number one, these motherfuckers are everywhere, whether it's, you know, by the wooden posters where I am here, by the tree, the hedge, or the upper grasslands. It really doesn't matter. These guys are everywhere, and they're not even that fun to fight. They are more annoying than anything, as they're not overly difficult. I mean, in the early game they do hit hard. They are spiders, you know, they pose a decent challenge early on. However, their moveset isn't all that complicated. They're not all that fun to fight. They are more so just annoying, and this goes more so when it comes to the Orb Weaver Juniors, as they are faster than the regular Orb Weavers and they can poison you, which never ceases to piss me off. It's just a minor annoyance, you know. Their poison doesn't make them fun to fight like the Wolf Spider. Their poison is just an annoyance. Then you have the regular Orb Weavers, where their gimmick is to like spew webs on you, which is quite a cool design choice. However, it is still annoying when you get trapped in the web. It makes sense for the spiders to do that, but it still makes them quite annoying in my book, and they come in at number 5. Coming in at the number 4 spot, guys, we have lawn mites. Now, I consider these to be more annoying than their infected counterpart, purely because the infected counterpart, by the time you reach them, you will have pretty decent gear, and, you know, even though they have range attacks, they're not all that durable or threatening, whereas these guys, they are just the definition of annoying. They're not powerful, they're not strong, they're annoying. You find them everywhere, you know. These guys, you will encounter them early on when you progress enough through the story, and you will find these guys very much everywhere. You know, these guys are small, they're very hard to hit if you're using a bow. They will jump miles just to get you. It doesn't matter whether you have Natural Explorer or not. These guys will jump literal miles to chase after you. They're annoying. They don't give you much stuff. They're not very durable to fight, which is why they're not any higher on the list. You know, if they were harder to fight, they would definitely be higher. However, since, you know, you can kill them in more or less 1 or 2 hits, they don't do that much damage to you. They are literally not fun to fight. You know, they are just more annoying than the Orb Weaver Spider, as at the very least the Orb Weaver Spider is a nice fight early on, whereas these guys, even early on, they're not going to pose much threat to you. Just Cloverleaf armor is enough to negate these guys, and they come in at the number 4 spot, as they're just annoying. They're a nuisance, they're a hindrance, we all know this. They're not going to kill you at all, but they're just an annoyance, guys. Flying into the number 3 spot, guys, we have the Mosquito. Now, hold your horses, I know people would have these guys at number 1, but for me they're at number 3. Now, obviously these guys are annoying if you go anywhere near the pond or just bodies of water in general. They will fly great distances to chase you. I think out of any insect in the game, maybe aside from the wolf spider, these things will chase you the greatest distance. I've literally ran from, you know, the pond all the way back to the mysterious device before, and these guys have chased me. Now, this was very early on in Grounded, maybe this won't happen anymore, but they are annoying as they will chase you through, they will fly across the ends of the earth just to get you. And when it comes to fighting them, they are quite worse as well, as they fly all around. Melee fighters, they very much counteract. You know, good luck hitting these guys if they stay out of your range. Not to mention their flying is quite erratic, so hitting them with a bow is also quite difficult. Not to mention their attack patterns are weird. They can attack you in swarms, which is just a nightmare to deal with. They're just not all that fun to fight as well. Like, they are literally just a nuisance. You can hide under the water to reliably get rid of them, and not to mention the fact that you will only encounter these guys near bodies of water, which is why they're not any higher, as, you know, you need to know, like, oh, you're going near water, chances are you'll encounter mosquitoes, and you got to be ready for them. Also, these guys do give you, you know, the heal sacks, or, you know, they give you the blood sacks, which you can then turn into heal sacks, which is very good. It doesn't make them any less annoying, however, it does give them some redeemable qualities in my eyes. However, don't get me wrong, the fights between these guys are getting way worse, and the jump for the last 2 spots are gonna get astronomical, as the mosquito is just not very fun to fight, we all know this, and they come in at the number 3 spot. Well, you guys knew that a lava was going to appear on the list, but the question is which one, and for me personally, it's the infected lava that is coming in at the number 2 spot. Now, why is it not the others? Well, first of all the lavas are annoying, I'm not denying that. You know, the original lava, sure, he's not very difficult to kill, but you will encounter that motherfucker everywhere, and he's quite annoying to fight. The ladybird lava is by far the most durable out of the 3, and he also has an annoying gimmick with, you know, the sizzling effect. However, that gimmick can be countered very easily with the proper defense. These guys, on the other hand, are just a pain in the arse. You see here, I'm exploring the caverns, and there's like 5 or 6 of these motherfuckers that attack me all at once. Not to mention, these guys do hit hard, they are durable, being infected insects. They're also quite fast in comparison to the other 2. I don't think they're faster than the ladybird ones, but they are still very annoying. Not to mention, they literally have a suicide bomb like attack. You know, I don't use, you know, I'm not being offensive saying that, but they literally run up to you and they will just engage like an AoE attack, which is just a pain in the ass to deal with, especially when you factor in that these guys, you are forced to fight like 3 of these guys during the Haze Lab boss fight. You know, you're fighting the infected ladybird, 5 infected mites, I think, and then 3 of these guys, and they are just annoying as all balls to deal with. You know, fighting them 1v1, totally fine, not an issue, but fighting 3 of them at once, you know, when they're spamming their AoEs, their fast attacks, you know, and not to mention the fact that they can take a hit if you're not prepared for them, makes these guys very annoying when exploring the Haze area. Now, I do think that these guys are easy to kill with the proper equipment, which is why they're not at the number 1 spot, but these guys are still very annoying. It doesn't matter which lava you fight, they're all annoying. I just personally think these are the worst of the bunch, and they come in at the number 2 spot. Cheeky little honourable mention goes to the fire ants. I've heard a lot of nasty things about these guys, I've heard their opinion to fight, and I've heard that they attack you in large numbers, which is a common quality with the number 1 spot. However, for me personally, I've only fought these guys twice, and on those 2 occasions I managed to get lucky and managed to fight them in a 1v1 or a 2v1, which was much more manageable than what most people have encountered. I feel very, very fortunate that hasn't happened to me yet. However, if I do fight them again and I get ganked by them, chances are they will appear on the list if I ever remake the topic. Anyways, guys, let's move on to the number 1 spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot, guys, we have my least favorite insect in all of Grounded at the moment, and the most annoying one to fight, in my humble opinion, the termites. Fuck these things, seriously. Termites embody the qualities of all the insects on this list, and more so. So, why are these guys annoying? Well, first of all, these guys do not fight you in 1v1s. I swear down, you attack one of these guys and all of the others just come running out of the termite hill to aid in their survival. You can see here in the clips, I try pick a fight with one, and all of a sudden I have like 2 more termites as well as some soldiers attacking me. Not to mention these guys have very annoying gimmicks to deal with. They're very tanky and difficult to kill. You can see here I've got tier 3 weapons and armor, and it just doesn't matter. They shred through that shit very quickly. I know that they're not very weak to blades, but even so, I expected a bit more damage than that. Not to mention their gimmicks are very annoying. You have the regular termites where they have like their acid spit, which functions very similarly to the bombarder beetle acid, or you know, the infected insects explosions functions very similar to that, which it never ceases to piss me off. You also have the termite soldiers. Now, I'm kind of ranking these 2 together, as in my opinion, I tried fighting like the soldiers, and I'd get termites attacking and defending them. I try attack, you know, the regular termites, and I get soldiers defending them. So in my opinion, these guys are one and the same. And the soldiers have like this really annoying gimmick where they can sort of like blind you a little bit. I don't really know what the status effect does. I'm assuming it lowers your stamina or maybe your attack or something like that, which is very annoying to deal with, especially when you're fighting in like a 5v1. It's just a pain to deal with, man. It really is. Like, you see that I managed to get a 1v1 with a soldier, but to achieve this 1v1, this motherfucker followed me so far from the original spot that I started fighting them. Like, it just wasn't fun to deal with. I don't like these insects at all. At the very least, with the other insects on this list, they are easy to kill if you know their patterns, whereas these guys just took attacks like it was nothing. They piss me off to no end. They are annoying beyond belief, and they come in at the number 1 spot. With that being said though, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the ranking. This has been Lewis, the Gaming Rift. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day, guys.